Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am Canada's Own, and today we're rebuilding my hometown team, not my favorite team, but the place that I resided in up north, the Toronto Raptors. Led by Scottie Barnes, obviously, recently acquired Brandon Ingram just this past trade deadline. Obviously did not suit up for them, but is expected to make a big impact for them offensively. RJ Barrett just had another season over 20 points per game. Emmanuel got paid and has been kind of broken since then quickly. And Grady Dick, who broke out in a really big way last year, in my opinion. They just drafted Colin Murray Boyles in the lottery as well, in the top 10 as well. Ochai Agbaji was a pleasant surprise the last couple seasons. Jamal Shed and Jonathan Mogbo were both late round picks, and I believe Jamal Shed was very late. I thought he was undrafted. But both guys, pleasant surprises to pick up in the late second round. And then Sandro Mamukelashvili is a guy they just picked up in the offseason who I think is going to help them a lot, especially with that floor spacing, because that is something that is super, super important to this young man's success right here. Scottie Barnes, I think, has all the tools to be a unicorn in the NBA. And now he's not the 7-footer who can do it all, run the offense and everything like that. But at 6'7", 237, he can bulldoze you in the paint. He can shoot from the mid-range, and he can knock down his threes. He's shown that he's at least capable of being close to league average before. And his free throws are fine. Like, he shoots at basically the Luka Doncic clip, which, if you're hitting free throws like a guy who averages 30, you're doing okay. One thing, obviously, the thing that has killed Scottie is that three ball, the inconsistency of it. But this kid proved that he can be an all-star at a very, very young age. And I have changed his tendencies here. They had his shot tendency at 65. So I put that to an 82 to see how it runs. I'm hoping that BI is able to really, really help this team, because when Toronto's good, as much as I'm not a Toronto sports fan, when the Raptors are good, it's good for basketball. There is nothing like the Canadian home crowd of one of their teams, because the country rallies around them, especially in the NBA, because we only have one. It's just like in the MLB with the Blue Jays. We only have one, so everybody supports them. Emmanuel quickly. His success is going to dictate the success of this team for quite a while. You don't pay a guy $32.5 million over the course of 5 years if you don't think he's going to be something for you. And obviously, they think he's going to be something. I think he can still be something. How much of a something, I don't exactly know. But I still think the door is not closed on Emmanuel quickly. IQ is averaging 15 and 4. Like, that's not enough. That's fine for a bench point guard who plays 22 minutes a night, not my starting point guard who plays almost 30 minutes a night, if that makes sense. So the priority there is a facilitating one. We need to shed some of the wing depth probably, and depending on how good and or bad we are at the deadline, we'll determine that. But until then, we're going to simulate. I'll stop at the deadline, show you guys any big trades if we need to make any. Otherwise, we're going straight to the end of the regular season. Alrighty, fellas. So we're at the deadline here, 38-14 for the Toronto Raptors in 2026. Now, I feel like that's partially because Scottie is actually involved in the offense this year. He's averaging 19, 7.5, and almost 6. We don't have a single 20-point-per-game guy. IQ's been fine. 14 and 5 is okay. Jakob Poeltl's 10 and 9 with almost over 2 stocks. Jakob Poeltl's been much improved. CMB has been okay. Sandro's been good, shooting the 3-ball at league average. Like I said, RJ's been very solid, but we have a lot of money tied up to this team and not a lot of, I don't know how to put it. Not a lot of winning players, it feels like. Yeah, like, obviously we're going to keep BI. RJ is a guy who I may look to move here. Go here. We took Chris Middleton. The Wizards would take $18 million more than allowed. We'd take CJ McCollum. What if they gave me this pick? They want a top 3 protected and Garrett Temple. I'm not going to lie, Raptors fans. This is not realistic in the slightest bit. You know what? Fine. I won't trade Emmanuel quickly. I would call it unfair to trade Emmanuel quickly. So we will not trade Emmanuel quickly. We will, however, try and trade RJ here. It could be LaMelo. Like, LaMelo to Toronto would be kind of sick. But could I justify that? We'd be a little bit too much over. So wait, we have to take one of their worst, which is a guy like Pat Connaughton. I feel like LaMelo's attainable here, 2028, top 5 protected. And then 2029. Oh, no way we're not going to be able to get this done here. And a Pacers pick? Oh my good lord. That is a win now move if I've ever seen. Now let's try and trade Jamal Shed here. If we don't find a good trade, though, I'm not just going to dump him because he is still a serviceable third-string guard. So if it's not something crazy like 2 first-round picks or even an unprotected first to a bad team, I'm not going to trade him. Yeah, we're not going to make a move here. Nope, we're All-Star. All-Star participants in the East. We had Scottie. Hell yeah. Scottie was an All-Star. Sweet. Okay. Let's go through these 3 games here against the Bucks, Thunder, and Spurs. See how we do against really competent teams. We lose 2 out of 3. Against the Thunder, LaMelo was 24-7. Against the Spurs, he was 19-9. And against the Bucks, he was 15-8-8. That's not bad. We're fine, though. This team's very young. I'll see you guys at the end of the regular season. Alrighty, boys. Final few games of the season here. We've eclipsed that 50-win mark, something Toronto has not done in quite some time. I believe I was still in high school the last time it happened. Thankfully, after missing about a month of basketball, Grady Dick is back from a severe right ankle sprain. AJ Lawson definitely played basketball in his absence. He was not very good. Hit his free throws, though. But yeah, not very good. Last game of the season, 60-22 up north. Cooper Flagg is your rookie of the year. Bobby P wins 6th man of the year. You don't see that very often. Wemby, Depoy, Alex Sarr most improved. That makes no sense. Yoke is your clutch player of the year. Jason Kidd and the Spurs go 60-22. The Knicks go 59-23. I don't know how we're not in contention for Coach of the Year or Executive of the Year, bringing in an all-star point guard, but whatever. So we get Orlando in round number 1. It's Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Jed Howard, so Franz must be hurt, Paolo, and Goga, which means Wendell must be hurt as well. Show you guys the roster really fast. LaMelo finishes the year averaging 21-8. Very, very good season, very efficient as well. Scottie was 19, 7.5, and 5.5. Another very good season for Scottie. BI was 20 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, basically what he's done his whole career. So I don't mind that at all. And Emmanuel Quickley was 14, 3, and 5 off the bench. Like I said, much better bench point guard, playing 25 minutes a night than a starting point guard. Jakob Poeltl was almost a double-double with over 2 stocks. For round 1, I think we are the better team. I think we are very capable of a playoff series win, especially because we traded all of our picks over the next 4 years. So that's not good. There goes my backup center, which means Mason Plumlee's got to be my backup 5 now, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Mason's a solid hooper, but he's definitely not a guy. Now that means we got to give Mogbo and CMB some minutes because these guys are going to have to fill some pretty big shoes with Sandro not in the lineup. We do sweep the Magic, however. We get Atlanta in round 2, who's a much better team, especially in the sim compared to Orlando. It's Trey, Dyson Daniels, Zachary Zachet, Jalen Johnson, Kristaps Porzingis. You guys know the drill to this point. Game number 1 in Toronto, we do drop by quite a large margin. 26-point victory for Atlanta. We win game 2, though. We head to Atlanta. We lose game 3. We win game 4. We're back in Toronto for 5, and we take the win, and we get it done in 6. And we've got a conference finals against a far superior New York Knicks team here with Jalen Brunson, Macau, OG, Josh Hart, and Cat. Minnesota and OKC on the other side. Let's see. Game 1 in Toronto, we lose. We split on our home court. We head to New York. We split again. We win game 5. And we just won game 6 against the New York Knicks. And we've got the Minnesota Timberwolves in the NBA Finals. Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, and Rudy Gobert. Unbelievable. We win game 1. We lose game 2. We lose game 3. We win game 4. We lose game 5. Oh, no. Game 6 in Minnesota. Oh, my God, we won. Game 7. Oh, my goodness gracious. That is the 3rd time now in my rebuilds that we have gotten to a conference finals or further in the very first season. Scottie Barnes, LaMelo Ball, Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett for half a season. On draft night, I think we try and move off the Emmanuel Quickley money. I know it's like, what the hell, we just won a title. But there's no way ownership is saying, yeah, it's cool to pay 2 point guards $75 million a year. They want our pick this year, and they'll give us a second. You give me an extra second rounder, you got a deal. Okay. Now we're barking up the wrong tree. Okay, boys, what are we doing? Let's try this. They're going to counter it. They want our first. They give us a second. We will do that deal. Emmanuel quickly is gone to Sacramento. We're going to pick here at, what pick is this? 44. I honestly just want to trade both of these seconds to somebody who has future seconds. I will trade you for a single second. 2 seconds for one. Enjoy the picks, Washington. I wish you the best of luck. With our pick, Sacramento was able to pick up Toure Yesufu. You can see his name there. You can try that. I'm not going to. Grady Dick, we're going to accept. Mogbo, accept, of course. Sandro opts in, which is honestly surprising seeing the season he just had. But makes my life easier. Jakob Poeltl, Jamal Shed, we're going to pick up everybody here. Look at the offseason. QOs, yeah, everybody can go. Or Chomchi's from like the NBA International Elite or whatever. NBA Africa, I forget. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, but he's going to walk. So we don't have any money to spend crazy in free agency. We've got our point guards for next year. We have our twos. We definitely need a backup three. And it might already be time for Colin Murray-Boyles to make that switch. He gets better. Mogbo's not going to get better. Scottie obviously is not switching positions. Yeah, we're going to make CMB a 3. So now you just need a third-string 5 and a third-string power forward. We're going to go to player progression because I am basically hamstrung to what I can do. LaMelo's an 89, Scottie's an 86. BI is beginning to regress. So he may be a guy who's on the move at the deadline this year because $40 million is a lot of money to trade, and he's got a player option, so he can opt out and just bail on us. Yak is an 82, 82 for Grady Dick, 79 for Mogbo, 79 for Walter, a 79 for CMB. Remember, I believe he went up 2 with the position change, so that's a +5 either way. Jamal Shed is a 78. Everybody else kind of regresses. Dwight Powell is a 68. Kelly's a 73. Those guys won't touch much of the floor, but we did bring in 2 Northerners to join us out here in Toronto. Mogbo is there. Dick is there. We definitely want to extend Grady Dick. I think if we got him at 16 for 3 years, that's a good bubble extension. And then he's lined up with Scottie. He's lined up with Yak. LaMelo's a year before them. We look at Mogbo, Shed, and Battle. I think Mogbo might get an extension from us here. Oof, that is rich, my man. If he'll take 10.5, honestly, this might be an off-season thing. Shed, what does he want? Wow. Okay. Wowzers. So yeah, we may be moving both of those guys and Brandon Ingram at the deadline here. The month of October in Toronto. Let's see how it goes. We're 3-2. So I think we're definitely worse this year. But Jamal Shed, has he been 42-30? We are paying Dennis Schroeder a lot of money, so let's get him those minutes instead. And let's drop. CMB has been pretty good. Jacoby's been pretty good. Let's keep him at 20. Let's get Schroed up to 18 as well. 18 to Son. Yeah, let's do this. That'll look good. BI's 18 a game. Scottie's 21, 7, and 5. And LaMelo is 11. 11 points, LaMelo. Grady's 15. Interesting. I'm curious to see how the rest of the season shakes up. We have some seriously big decisions to make at the deadline. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But until then, I'm going to simulate, and I will see you guys at the trade deadline. Alrighty, boys. This team has been unreasonably dominant. So much so to the point that 2K had to nerf us themselves. Grady Dick has a ruptured right Achilles. That's going to damage this team going forward. And because of that, I think now I'm going to commit to the sell. And they're going to go, "Are you a dumbass?" And I'm going to go, "Yes." Oh my God, we can get this done here. Hold on, wait, let's try this. Oh, baby. Trade finder RJ for Rudy Gobert to be a backup center. Ooh, he's got a player option though. I can't do player options. Can't do player options. Freddie, does he have an option? Oh, perfect. We'll bring Freddie back. RJ, enjoy Houston. So let's see what we can get for Jonathan Mogbo. They want Sacramento's top 5 protected. I don't want John. But what I will do is give you a Rockets. Oh. Interesting. We need to just go into free agency, sign 2 power forwards, and be on our way here. So let's go talk to... Trey Lyles is a Canadian, if I'm not mistaken. I might be a dumbass. I think I am a dumbass. No, I don't think I am a dumbass. I don't believe I am a dumbass. And I believe Kenrich Williams. I gotta Google both these guys now, just to fact check myself. I look up Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles stats. Show me Trey Lyles stats. I'm pretty sure he is from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, which is up north. That gives us what? 13 guys? That's 3, 5, 8, 11, 14. Perfect. We'll look at the extensions really fast. We're going to get all this stuff out of the way. This is basically our deadline here. Jamison Battle is there. We're not interested. Sandro, you know what? I think we're going to sell on Sandro too. He's on a very cheap deal, and that should benefit us. So let's try and capitalize on that. Maybe get a first-round pick for him. We get a second from the Blazers. Could we get a first-round pick for Sandro? There is a lottery-protected Nuggets pick here. We'll give him to Denver. Why not? And then we'll take... Who's the kid they just gave us? Spencer Jones. Sorry, my man. 2 second-rounders from Brooklyn. Boom. And then we will go into free agency now. Sign a center like a... Kai Jones for a year, sure. And that's how the rotation is going to look. It is definitely scuffed. And of course, we win back-to-backs after blowing up our team completely, which is crazy. LaMelo's only averaging 17. That should go up now that there's nobody here to take the ball out of his hands, but I guess we'll see. So I'm going to simulate. We'll go to the deadline. If there's anything I need to do, I'll show you guys. If not, we're just going to keep simulating, and I will see you guys at the end of the regular season. Alrighty, so we just lost Colin Murray-Boyles to a torn MCL. So this team, yeah, this is kind of what I expected. There's a lot of red here. LaMelo also missed about 2 months. Wemby's your MVP. Mikal Brown, Rookie of the Year. Fern is 6th Man of the Year. He averaged 23 in Phoenix. Wemby's DPOY. VJ is most improved. Also doesn't make sense. It's year 2. Steph, I saw, Clutch Player of the Year. Jason Kidd in the Mavs. Zach Staples in the Knicks. And Evan Mobley in the Cavs win the NBA Cup. Did we get anybody on All-NBA teams? We had Scottie, top 10 in MVP voting. 22, 6.5, and 5.5. Fantastic season. And that is about it for us. I'm honestly to the point where I'd rather lose this game. Okay, we lost. Let's simulate this game here. We get Miami. Please lose. Oh, we won and got the 8th seed. My pick. Oh, I traded back for my pick. Just to get swept by the Knicks, man. Simulate the playoffs. Let's see. Spurs, Suns, Knicks, Hawks. The Spurs just blew a 3-0 lead. And the Knicks get it done in 7. Draft lottery. Our pick is going to finish just outside the lottery, which sucks. But we do have that Lakers pick. And the Kings pick. So let's see how it goes here. I'm just going to sit here in silence, basically, until our pick comes up. So for pick 13, I'm going to keep yip-yapping away. It stays at 13. I'll shut my mouth until we get to our pick at 6. Okay, this is the Laker pick here. It stays at 6. That's fine. I can live with that, I guess. It could be worse. We could have dropped. But thankfully, we locked in a tad bit. Team doctor, this is a big one for us. We're going to go out and overpay for the best doctor available, because we were all broken last year. It looks like Cameron Williams, who could be Andre Drummond. I don't need him to be a scorer. If he makes it past pick 3, I will trade up. Oh, no. Are you motherfucker? Like, I will offer this for that center they just drafted. They didn't even need him. They just took his ass for the love of the game. Like, just to hate. I will give them pick 6. There. We got our guy. Sim to pick 13. Let's make a selection here as well. What do we need? We've got our 1. We're going to decline Schroeder's option. We've got our 2s. We definitely need a 3, a backup 4. Let's try and trade Rob Williams for... I don't know. Sure, I'll do that. Tony Allen isn't bad. Hall of Fame, you say. Scouting accuracy, is 90%. You're telling me this Cesar Nunez kid, drive and rise shot eraser. Taj Ariza is here. We might be able to reach on Taj Ariza. I actually think I'm going to do that. That's a good small forward to pick up. I'm excited to see what we look like. 88, 87, 82, 82, 81, 80, 77, 75, 75. A lot of regression towards the bottom, but these guys are old. Taj and Cameron are going to get opportunity this year. These guys are going to play. Let's look at the extensions. Who is eligible, if anybody? Jakob Poeltl is a guy that I would definitely be interested in bringing back, and he's been really good. If I get him here, if I could front load this, I'll sign this right now. Deal. Okay, that's a big one for us. Is there a way to get my pick back from the Hornets again? It is top 5 protected, so if we bottom out the right way, we could still get our pick. Let's try and trade finder Jakob Poeltl. Let's do this 20-30 Bulls pick. And then pile on a couple seconds. One more second. Come on. Damn. Okay. I'll give up another first. I would really like to get that pick. Now a second. Now another second. That's a first. That's LaMelo Ball. Now a second. Oh my god. Okay, that's a freaking massive trade we just made. All right, we're going to get simulating. Let's see how the month of October looks for us. It's what, 7 games right there? It is 7 games. We're 1-0. Tough start. Definitely a tough start. Good thing is if we suck, the lowest we can drop is to number 5. So we need to be the worst team in basketball, or we need to be outside the lottery so we don't give away a good pick. So that's going to be it for now. I will see you guys at the end of the regular season if necessary. Like I said, always, we will show any big trades if they happen. But as of right now, it looks like we're going straight to the end of the year. All right. And in perfect Canada Zone rebuild fashion, we lose a key contributor right as we close out the season here. However, this may be a blessing in disguise, as LaMelo Ball, obviously you don't want him to get hurt, but it's non-career threatening, and it's going to cause us to lose a crap ton of games down the stretch here. 26-56, 2 years removed from an NBA title. We had 2 All-Stars this year. 20 games under 500. The Jazz are unbelievable now. We had Scottie make All-NBA second team while we just lost over 50 games. And LaMelo made All-NBA third team. We had 2 All-NBA members on a team that sucked. I'll simulate the round really fast. I'll show you guys the numbers really quick. There wasn't much to look at and celebrate this year with this team. But Scottie plays all 82, goes for 22, 7, and 6. LaMelo plays 75, goes for 18.5, 4, and 9. 16 from Grady Dick. He ended up being the starter in the second half. Jakob Poeltl was 15 and 3. CMB was 13, 6, and 3. 10 and 7 from Cameron Williams. Tyus Jones was 7 and 5. Taj Ariza was 7 and 2. Malachi Moreno, who we picked up, was 5 and 4 with over a block. Chris Livingston was fine. Simulate the round again. In the conference finals, you got Spurs, Thunder, Knicks, Wizards. You got Knicks, Spurs, and the Knicks get it done in back-to-back years beating the Spurs. The draft lottery, this is a big one. Oh my god, and our pick fell to 6. Now we have the Blazers at 7. But in typical 2K fashion, they tried to fuck me over. Which is not cool, by the way. We're going to go into draft night. We've got some moves to make. We've got some decisions to make as well. We've got the money of Jakob Poeltl and Grady Dick could net us somebody pretty significant. We just have to determine who that pretty significant person is. Is Donovan Mitchell a winning player in the sim? I don't know. Or is it Amen Thompson? Why do I feel like we could get there without giving up? We would require $6 million too much. We've got money to work with. We got Taj Ariza here. That's fine. Let me work with you a little bit. I'll give you the Nuggets lottery protected pick. That's fine. We can get there. I'm patient. 2 firsts and we pick up Amen Thompson. I think we also need to find a starting center. It might be Miles, if I'm being honest here. Can we pick up Miles and pick 19 for Grady Dick? Why do I feel like we could get there? I'll give you this Bulls pick. Yeah, we're not going to be making another trade here. And then who's the projected 1 in this class? CJ Rosser, it looks like. It looks like him. He's a Hall of Famer, Ricky Pierce. Second guy is Larry Bird, Third guy is Kiki Vandeweghe, so it drops off a little bit, little by little. Is there anything else we can do? We've got LaMelo, we've got Amen, we've got CMB, we've got Scottie, we've got Miles Turner and Cameron Williams and Malachi Moreno. I think we use Moreno and every little bench piece. We're actually going to hang on to Tyus. We'll trade Bruce Brown. And who else do we have? We got this Stevenson kid as well. Never mind, he's gone. AJ Green. And we've got pick 19. What do I need? I think I need a starting caliber 3. No, Amen can be my 3. I need a starting caliber 2. I think we're going to try... Who is it that I thought of here? It was Cam Thomas. We would bring back $1 million too much. Tyus Jones is going to have to go because of it. We pick up... This team has gone the craziest overhaul. LaMelo, Cam Thomas, and Amen Thompson, CMB, Scottie Barnes, and Miles Turner and Cameron Williams off the bench. So you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys under roster right now. I guess we're going to have to draft at 7 and at 19. CJ Roser goes 2. He was projected 1, which is crazy. That guy goes 3. Lincoln Cosby goes 4. Jordan Page goes 5. We have another trade. Miles Bridges in 6 for Lowry and Walker Kessler. Arif Dion goes 6. And at 7, this guy looks pretty good. Dale Ellis isn't the worst comp in the world. Norm Richards is Derrick Rose. You're telling me this kid's Derrick Rose. I will draft him if he is actually Derrick Rose. I'm sold. We drafted a 69 overall. Oh my God. So you got LaMelo and Ty, Cam Thomas, Isaiah Joe, Amen and CMB, Scottie and Cam Johnson, Miles Turner, Nick Claxton, Cameron Williams. Or do we take Miles, Clax, and Rui and try and turn him into an even better center? Walker Kessler is definitely an elite defender. Definitely a better defender than Miles Turner. We would be $2 million over. I'll give you this kid. Oh, interesting. So now we're going to have Walker Kessler and Clax and Cameron Williams. These 3 here. These 3 are those 2. Okay, let's look in free agency. Is there better 2s or better 3s? It's better 2s, and it is Gary Trent on a 2-year minimum. Sign that. Beautiful. We can't not have a backup point guard for LaMelo Ball. Unless LaMelo could fetch me somebody. I'm curious. That's not... Let's trade the second round pick. I'll give you Cam. Oh, hold on. We save Ty. I'll give you Ty. Oh my God. Okay, hold on a second. Trae Young, Trey Mann, Cam Thomas, Isaiah Joe, Gary Trent, Amen, CMB, Scottie, Rui, Walker, Clax, Cameron. Or Walker, Cameron, Clax. That's 3, 5, 7, 10, 12. We need some third stringers. Let's look at the contract extensions, I guess. Scottie. Yeah, get him back. Flat rate it. Let's not spend too much money there, Scottie boy. CMB, let's get him back. 3-year deal. Backloaded. Start at 20. Beautiful. Everybody's getting paid if you live in Toronto right now. Let's see who the roster fillers are. If we've got to release people, we will. Dame wants a farewell tour. He'll get one. How does October treat the Raptors this year? To a pretty damn good start, if you ask me. 6-1 after 7 games. 6 wins, 7 games. I will see you guys at the deadline if need be. Otherwise, straight to the end of the regular season. Alrighty, fellas. 60 wins before 10 losses. Gary Trent hyperextends his elbow. No diss to Gary, but it could be worse. Although I definitely don't want him to be missing any time. Isaiah Joe's going to get his first better run this season. That's right, he has not played. After averaging 11 points per game on 42% shooting. Everybody's hot. We won the NBA Cup. We're 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, and 12. Oh my goodness gracious. Do my eyes deceive me? Scottie Barnes is your MVP. Trae Young also makes a reasonable case. LaMelo Ball has a great year out of Toronto. But Scottie Barnes, at 27 years old now, is your MVP. Rookie of the year is Nathan Soliman. Domantas Sabonis wins Sixth Man of the Year in Washington. If I'd have known he was available, I'd have picked his ass up. Let's look at the player stats for the season. Obviously, you saw Scottie, 21, 7, and 6. An MVP season, 20 and 10 for Trae Young. Again, a very great number 2 option. Cam Thomas was 18, 2, and 2.5. Elite scorer, 16, 7, and 4 for Amen Thompson with all NBA level defensive capabilities on the perimeter. CMB was 14, 6, and 3 off the bench. That's a great 6-man. Cameron Williams started 11 games while Walker Kessler was hurt. He puts up 10 and 7 with a block a night. Trey Mann was 9 points, 2.5 assists. Gary Trent was 9 points on 41% shooting from 3. Rui lost his spot in the rotation towards the end of the year because he was really struggling to put the ball in the hoop. Walk, 6.5, 9.5, almost 2 blocks a night. Reese, VJ, Justin Edwards, Matthias Vazquez, and Danny Wolf. So Joel is either gone or injured. Let's see how game 1, though, goes in Toronto. We win the first and the second. We fly to Philly. We win game 3. We're in and out in 4 games. We get Gary Trent back. We've got LaMelo Ball, the revenge series, with Zachary Zache, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, and Asa Newell at the 5. Do we go back to Gary? I think we do. Isaiah Joe is on a heater, though. I think if Isaiah Joe has, I'm not even joking, a single off night, Gary Trent will be back in the rotation in his place. Let's see, game 1 in Toronto. We win the first by how much? Isaiah Joe heard me. 11 points on 4 of 5, 3 of 3. What a great game. We win by 5 at home. Game 2, we win as well. This one by 10. How did Isaiah Joe play? 16 on 5 of 6 and 4 of 5. Damn, he has heard me here. Game 3 in Atlanta, we drop a game. LaMelo gave us 27 and 10. Trey gave him 26 and 11, but Scottie has a rough night. A rough night from Cam Thomas, and Isaiah Joe has his first off night. I will give him one courtesy game. We go up 3-1. We take the second in Atlanta. How did Isaiah Joe play? All right, that is it for Mr. Joe. Game 5 in Toronto. We get her done in 5 games. We get the Bucks in the conference finals. You got the Suns and the Grizzlies on the other side there. Scoot, Grady Dick, the revenge series potentially. Peyton Watson, Modest Buzelis, and Kel Ware. Good Lord, this entire team is built out of restricted free agents. Game 1 in Toronto. We do win the first by how much? Just 7. But a win is a win. Game 2, we win as well by 4. But still, a win is a win. Game 3, we win in Milwaukee by 32. That's much more like it. 36 from Scottie, 20 from both Trey and Amen. And we get it done in 4 quick games. We win by 39 in the closeout. Scottie with 28 and 9. I assume that's your conference finals MVP. Book on the other side. Scottie coming from the East. They're rolling out Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Ryan Dunn, Rasheer Fleming, and Kaman Maluach. We've got them beat in the front court. Not in the back court, however. I think we've got them beat in depth as well. Game 1, the Suns were the 2 seed. So were they a 50-win team out west? They were. 53 and 29, tied with the Jazz, a game back of the Thunder. What does their bench look like? It's Mark Williams, Anthony Simons, who did win 6 Man of the Year. He's been great. Caleb Wilson, Naz Reid, Keon Johnson is there, Alex Caravan, Antonio Reeves, and then Sion James, and some auto-generated guys, it looks like, or some roster-made guys. Game 1 in Toronto, we lose by 4. We got to shorten the rotation up eventually. We win game 2 in Toronto. That's big. Cam Thomas, 27 points in 31 minutes. Game 3 in Phoenix, we drop. Oh boy, by 1 single point. I got to remove the minutes. Rui's got to come out, unfortunately. As much as I would love to keep playing him, we've got to free up these 10 minutes because the big dogs have got to play. 36, 30, actually 28, 22, a 24th minute, and then we'll give a 31st minute to Cam Thomas. It is now a 9-man rotation. Game 4 in Phoenix. We win, thankfully. A close game, but a win is a win. An 18-point victory there for us. That's big. Fern has a big game, but Scottie has a bigger game. My God, he missed 3 total shots the whole night. 1 from the field, 2 from the free throw line. Trey with 18 and 7. Game 5 in Toronto. We win that one as well. We head to Phoenix, 1 game short of an NBA title. Can we get it done on the road in Phoenix, Arizona to close out our second ring of the video and the first since the very first year of the rebuild? We're running away with it here. I'm going to play a little bit of the fourth quarter if we hang on, which it looks like we're going to do. I'll jump in for the last minute and a half here. Boom, 157 to 118. Trey's got 39. Scottie's got 22, 32 for men, 28 for Cam Thomas. Where's Walker Kessler? He's not scoring, but at least he's got 11 boards. Scottie fouled out, it looks like. He fouled out. Son of a bitch. That's all right. Such is life, I guess. We're going to keep going here. 65 seconds to play. Get it to Cam Thomas at the top here. We're going to try and run a floppy for Trae Young to get him that 40 ball. Oh, yeah. All day that's going in. 42 for Trae Young. He's got 12 assists. Cam Thomas gets his third. That's got to be a career high, no? Walker Kessler we're going to camp the paint with. I'm looking to get a swat with Big Walk. It'd be fun. Oh, my God! It'd be fun. Oh my God!
Fleur with the block. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up.
You want to talk about a swat? You want to talk about a catch in the front row there by the fan? Maybe an alley-oop to Walker Kessler.
Thomas against Green. Booker drawing the double. Here's Fleming.
Oh my God, he glassed that shit again.
Outside Young.
Dude, Walker Kessler's a freak. Give me the pick. Roll it, Big Walk. The lamest shit. And there it is.
The Toronto Raptors are the new NBA champions.
We thank all of you for coming.
Whoa, that is a way better call there from Kevin Harlan. The excitement was there. That was the emotion I was looking for in the other video. Holy crap. That's way cooler. Much better. I'll see you guys in just a second here. We're loading back into the server here. The Toronto Raptors are NBA champs. Scottie Barnes picks up his second Finals MVP. Look at the career that this kid has now. Two-time champ. He's an MVP. Two-time Finals MVP. Five-time All-Star. Three-time All-NBA. And that's only what I can see. And we traded all of our first-round picks away. We traded everything just to get a second NBA title, and we are able to achieve that here. And with that being said, that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're here. Remember, I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. PST, shorts daily at 5:30 p.m. PST, and I stream every Wednesday and Saturday. On the screen right now is a video YouTube thinks you guys will love. Feel free to check that one out if you're interested. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace!